The last trick that I'm going to show you is how to multiply two digits without showing work. However, I think that there needs to be some work that needs to be shown. But I'm going to go through the steps first. Step 1, you would multiply the ones digit. I would probably show this to my students, and this is a two-digit number times a two-digit number, and then multiplying the ones digit would be multiplying b times d. Then the second step would be to cross multiply and then find the sum of the cross products. So for example, I would take a times d and add it to the product of b times c. Then lastly, I would multiply the tens digit. So the tens digit would be a times c. I'm going to illustrate this by using one of the elementary examples, which is 13 times 21. The first step would be to multiply the ones digit. The ones digits are 1 and 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. Then the next step is to find the cross products of and then add them. So I would multiply 2 times 3 and then add it to the product of 1 times 1. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So now we have 3 and we have 7. Now the last step is to take the tens digits, which happens to be 1 times 2, which will be 1 times 2, which equals 2. So therefore, this number represents the ones, this represents the tens digits, and this represents the hundreds. So 13 times 21 will equal 273. Now, the next example is a little bit more challenging just because what will happen is when you add the sum of this, it will be greater than 9, so you're going to have to carry. So the next example will be 42 times 42. So once again, I'm going to look at the step and I'm going to multiply the ones digit. So 2 times 2 will be 4. So you're going to go 2 times 2 is 4. And we need that digit. Then we're going to cross multiply and then add the cross products. So we're going to multiply 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 2 is 8 again. And we're going to add that and we're going to get 16. 16 is greater than 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the 6. But when we do our next step, which is multiplying the tens digit, we're going to take this 1 and add it to that. So we're going to take 42 and 42, multiply the tens digit, and 4 times 4, add this 1 to it, so we're going to get 17. So our answer then will be 1,764. Once again, this is the ones place, this is the tens, and then this is the hundreds and the thousands. I also took an example from the builder's example, and it's a little bit more difficult, but again, the steps are the same. And remember what happens when the sum is greater than 9, you have to carry it over to the next place value. So what you need to do is, again, first step is multiply the ones place, which is 7 times 8, which is 56. So again, we need that the 6, and we need to carry it over. So now, the second step is we're going to take the cross products, and we're going to go 6 times 8, add it to 9 times 7. And remember, we're going to add this 5 because this is the tens digits here. So 6 times 8 is 48, plus 9 times 7 is 63, plus 5 is 116, which is way bigger than 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep that 6, and remember the third step is multiply the tens digit. So what we need to do is go 6 times 9 and then add the 11. So now 6 times 9 is 54, plus 11 is 65. And we need those digits. So our answer to 67 times 98 is 6,566.